All right. All right, welcome to the Kyle Bass Fascial Maneuver Experience. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for your attention. It's incredibly valuable. So for today's class, we're just gonna go over just some of the basic foundation maneuvers. But before we do that, we're just we're gonna do a thing called the Zen swing. So what the Zen swing looks like, this is a little Tai Chi, a little Qigong. And then as we're doing this, we're just gonna tune into our body. You can add a breath to it, whatever feels good. Just kind of swaying the joints around. So just get moving. Add a little spiral to your hands if you want. All right, we'll do this next one. This one's called ape hands. So we go up, and then we go down, go up, and we go down. Think about just throwing all that negative energy back into the earth. Inhale on the top, exhale on the bottom. You can raise up to your tippy toes if you feel a little bit more advanced. All right, good. Okay, so now, just gonna go over a couple landmarks I like to tune into just while we're doing the practice, just to help us with balance. The first landmark is gonna be the bubbly fountain, which is right here on the middle of your foot right here. This is your kidney meridian line. So the way that you engage that meridian line is through the different arcs of your foot. So you got medial, transversal, and longitudinal, what is it called? Lateral. So what I want us to focus on first is the lateral one. So the lateral one's going to be in the outside of our foot. So what I want to do is I want to put pressure on my 4th and 5th metatarsal. So I'm pressing into that point. So I'm staying strong on my outside. And then we're going to go into the inside of the foot. And I want to think about being long through that arch. And then my last one is this transverse right here, and I want to think about just being light on my heels, just nice and light on my heels. So that's going to be our first landmark, right? You feel the bubbly fountain kind of engage, softening the knees. The next landmark is going to be our belly button. So the pelvic lock, so just holding, bringing that in, right? You can think about sucking your stomach kick in and pulling your belly button to your spine, and just gently lifting the pelvis upward. So that's gonna be our next landmark. And our last one is gonna be our Wu Wei point. So the Wu Wei point is just behind our calic. In Chinese medicine, they call this the point where many things meet. All right, so we have our foundation in our feet, right? We have our integrity in our core, and then we wanna feel suspended through that back of the neck. So you feel like instead of keeping our head forward, we really want to lift that skull up. So anytime during the practice, you can go back to these 3 different points. So the first one we're going to do is totally twisted. So the way that we get into it is we're going to cross our right foot over, and our right hand is going to go underneath our left armpit. And then our left hand is going to go on top of our right arm. And we're going to just pay attention to those landmarks. Pull the belly button in, and then we're going to turn our head to the left and our body to the right. And then what I want us to do is I want to take our tongue and just find a tight spot in our cheek and press firmly into it. And then we're going to breathe together. So we're going to breathe through our nose, out through our nose. So we'll go breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to move into our stage breath. So we're going to breathe in a little more, a little more. Really soften those shoulders. See if you can twist a little bit more and then let it go. We'll do that again. Breathe in. A little more. A little more. Soften those shoulders. Twist the shoulder girdle a little bit more. Let it go. We'll do that one last time, so breathe in. A little more. A little more. Soften, twist, let it go. And then we're just gonna go 6 cooling breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, now slowly come back to the center, and then we're gonna turn our head over that right shoulder, body to the left, and then same thing with the tongue. We're gonna find that nice tight spot, stick it in there firmly, and then we'll breathe 6 times. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll do our stage breath. So we'll breathe in, a little more, a little more, soften, twist, let it go. Do that again, breathe in, a little more, a little more, hold it, twist, let it go. We'll do it one more time, so breathe in. A little more, a little more. Soften, twist, let it go. And then we'll do 6 cooling breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we'll slowly unwind, shake it out, dance it out, walk it off, whatever feels good. Feel nice and tingly in the hands. How are we feeling?
Good. I didn't do them this morning. I'm here.
So we'll do the same thing. We'll do it on the other side. So we'll go left foot across, left hand under, right hand over. Find those landmarks. Press into your feet. Pull the belly button in. Reach through the crown, and then we're gonna turn our head to the right. Body to the left, and then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna stick our tongue in a tight spot, and then we'll breathe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we'll do our stage. So breathe in, a little more. A little more. Soften, twist, let it go. Do that again, breathe in. A little more. A little more. Soften, twist, let it go. Breathe in. A little more. A little more. Soften, twist, let it go. Do that one last time, breathe in. A little more. A little more. Soften, twist, let it go. And then we'll do our 6 cooling breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we'll return to center, and then we'll gently turn that head to the left, body to the right. Find those landmarks, and then we'll stick our tongue in a tight spot, And then we'll breathe in through our nose, out through our nose. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Then we'll go stage. We'll breathe in. A little more. A little more. Soften, twist, let it go. Do that again. Breathe in. A little more. A little more. Soften, twist, let it go. Do that one last time. Breathe in. A little more. A little more. Soften, twist, let it go. And then we'll do our 6 cooling breaths. So we'll go in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. One last time, in and out. So they can come back to center. Let it release it, let it go. Dance, wiggle, walk it off. And since we're a more advanced group, you know, add your style, add your flavors, whatever feels good. So the next one what we'll do is we'll do anti-gravity. So we'll just go feet about hip width apart, whatever feels good. And then what we'll do is we'll clasp our hands together, and then we'll clasp our thumbs together, and then we'll go right behind the neck. And we just want to go down to the base of the neck. You have 2 dimples right here. We're just going to go right below those dimples, and then we're going to lift up firmly. So we can steer our elbows out nice and wide, feel that nice elongation through the stomach, and then we're going to look up and we're going to breathe through our mouth. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. So keep that tug on the neck, and then we're going to bring our chin towards our chest and bring those elbows in. Keep our heart open, and now we're just going to turn the cervical spine. So we'll breathe in, look up to the right, and look up to the left. So we'll breathe in, look up to the right, exhale down, breathe in, to the left, exhale down, breathe in, to the right, down, breathe in, to the left, down, to the right, down, breathe in, to the left, down. So now we'll go to our thoracic. Keep that nice tug. We're gonna soften our knees, stick the booty out, and feel like you're pulling your head off of your spine. So we want to steer our elbows wide this time, and we want to look keep our gaze kind of upward, and then we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to breathe in, up to the right and down. Breathe in, to the left and down. Breathe in, to the right and down. Breathe in, to the left and down. Breathe in, to the right and down. One last time, breathe in, to the left and down. So now we're gonna go into the lumbar. So we're gonna tuck the chin again, bring the elbows in, and just go as low as you can go. You can put your elbows between your knees, and then we're just gonna breathe 3 times down here. Be free to like move around, sway forward, sway back, whatever feels good. So we'll breathe in and out, in and out, in and out. All right, so now we're gonna keep our head down, but we're gonna raise our butt and our hips up to the air in this pike position. We can lock out our knees if we want. We can keep them soft, whatever feels good. And then we're just gonna take a moment. We can sway around and we'll just breathe. So we'll go in and out, in
and out. In and out. And then we're going to slowly inch up, vertebrae by vertebrae. You can take a breath if you want in. We want to go and look up to the sky. Feel that nice stretch and just drop the hands. Oh yeah. One of my favorite ones.
Wake you up?
Yeah, I did. So I've been playing, guys, when I'm down there with this. I've been rotating up.
I love that.
Here and breathing on the opposite side. It's like such a good everywhere down to the heel stretch for me.
Kyle, I've never played with that when you're down here. Which is great. I like that too.
Yeah, be free to move intuitively, whatever feels good. The only thing I guess we want to remain, consistent with is just the breathing, just breathing together, just keeping that rhythm. But as far as the structure, just feel free to move around. The next one we'll do swinger. So this one's good for the hips and the shoulders. So you can play around with your breath. You can breathe through your nose, breathe through your mouth. I'm just going to breathe through my mouth the whole time. But be free to play around with the different breaths. So what we'll do is you'll find those landmarks and keep that chest nice and big and just inch your hands down until they touch about the top of your knees. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right hand and put it on my left shoulder. And then I'm going to take my left hand and I'm just going to grab my right arm where the tricep is, and I want to pull it and I want to pin it towards my elbow. And then I'm going to look to the right and my body to the left, and just sink into a squat, like hitting a golf ball. And then we'll breathe 6 times. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And slowly come up, wiggle it out, walk around, integrate it. All right, cool. And then something to play around too is the pulsing. So breathing, like inhaling up and then exhaling down, something just kind of loosen up a little bit, just adds a little bit different intent. So we'll try that on this one. So we'll, same thing, find your landmarks, and then we'll inch our hands down to the top of our knees. And then we'll take that left hand and put it on our right shoulder. Grab it and pin it, just on the meaty part of your shoulder. Then take the right hand, grab your arm, pull it down towards your tricep, and then we're going to turn our head to the left, body to the right, and then we'll breathe in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in, out, in and out. And then slowly unwind. Oh, that one felt good. Got a little sticker. Little pokey guy. How we feeling? Good. Just kind of tap into the body, see how it feels when you arrived and now. So now the next one what we'll do is we'll do pullover. So pullover is good for the lungs and the kidneys. And we're really gonna try to focus on this region of our body right here. So really trying to breathe into that thoracolumbar region of our body. It's where most of our connective tissue is. So the way we do this one is we're gonna take our left hand and put it on our right shoulder. And then we're gonna just grab a good meaty part, really try to pin it. Again, that's the most important part. Just really pin those fingers. And then take that right hand and we're just gonna go more on the lat, on the left side. And then we're gonna turn our head towards our right shoulder. And then we're gonna lift our right shoulder up. And then we're gonna breathe in. And then as we fold, we wanna fold our shoulder towards our left knee into a squat. So I'm making one side short, the other side nice and long, and then breathe out. And then we're just gonna breathe 6 times here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then slowly come up. Feel that expansion in that right side.
Ooh, I'm like lightheaded.
Nice and lightheaded, creating space.
It used to be my least favorite, now it's my favorite.
Yeah, it's a tough one to get into.
But now I love it. I used to be like, oh, not pull over.
So you're kind of like in this one, you're kind of coiling one side and you're making one side nice and long as you're pulling it over. Kind of like pulling your shirt over. So we'll do the same thing. We'll do it on the other side. So we'll take the right hand on the left shoulder. Just go out just outside the shoulder, right on a meaty part. Just pin that skin. And then take that left hand and then grab a meaty part of your lat and try to pull those 2 points away from each other. And then same thing, we're gonna look over our left shoulder. And then we're gonna raise that left side as far as we can, keep the integrity in our core. And then we're gonna breathe in. And then we're gonna fold that left shoulder over towards our right knee in a squat and then let it go. And then we're just gonna breathe 6 times here. So go in, out, in, out, in, out, in, 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 and then slowly come up.
I'll have to try it narrow sometime. I go wide.
Yeah, play around with the different styles. Widen the feet, make it more narrow.
Yeah, let's do it this side.
You didn't leave me hanging.
All right, the last one, I think the most trickiest one to get into is going to be the pretzel squat. So the way that we do the pretzel squat is we're going to take our left foot and then we're going to take our right foot and then tee it. And then we're going to step out about 3 feet. And then when we get here, we want to lock our knees in. So we're locking our knees. We can even kind of put our hands on our hips and kind of sway that around. So we're locking that into place. And now what we want to do with our left hand is we want to reach as far as we can while keeping integrity in our core, like we're giving someone a handshake. And then we're going to take that left hand, or that right hand, and we're going to place it on our left glute. And just, you want to feel that engage. So once we get here, we're going to take that left hand and put it on our right shoulder. And we're going to take that right hand and put it in the middle of your back, palm facing up. And then we're going to turn our head over our left shoulder. And then we're going to dip into a squat. Once we get here, we're just going to breathe 6 times through our mouth. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what we're going to do, we're going to switch the duties of the hands. And then we're gonna turn the body to the left, heads over that right shoulder now, and then we're gonna breathe 6 times. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then slowly unwind. Feel that pelvic floor when you move around, take a walk. Mm-hmm.
What resonates emotionally for me. I fight that one.
Yeah, I usually fight Totally Twisted. That's usually always mine. Uh-huh.
I fight that.
Yeah, so wherever you're feeling that tension, we really want to turn into it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit different for everybody just based on movement patterns, but when you find it, that's where you really want to twist into it.
I think it's more about, for me, having, like, feeling a lack of support in that one because of the stance, the gait.
Mm-hmm.
I feel unsure about my strength.
Gotcha.
You know, so working with that, working with finding my power. But yeah, I there's always like this little bit of a fear that comes up with me in that one. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it gets in deep into the root, and that's like all safety and security. So yeah, just really try to breathe into that as best you can. And with the breath too, another thing you can focus on is really that exhale. So really trying to extinguish that tension with the exhale and then allowing ourselves to receive our inhales. So anytime you find that point, you can extinguish it with that exhale. And so we'll do it on the other side. So we'll take the right foot and then we'll tee it off with the left. And then we'll step about 3 feet. Good, and then we'll reach that right hand as far as you can. You just take that left hand, just kind of feel the glutes, make sure they're engaged. And then take that right hand and put it on the left shoulder. And then you're gonna take that left hand, palm facing up on the back, whatever feels comfortable. And we're gonna turn our head over that right shoulder, pull that belly button in, and then sink into a squat, nice and slow. And then we'll breathe 6 times here, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch the duty of the hands. And then on this one, just play around with the sway. So we'll breathe 6 times, so go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slowly come up. Woo!